Check us out online at koppelcars.com. All deals with a roof credit, 0% is standalone.
Is it time to replace your home comfort system? Call Bryant and save money in every way. Bryant provides you with solutions that save. Save big immediately with attractive rebates, and save every day with lower operating costs. Most important, though, the systems are selected to fit you. The right system, priced right, properly installed. That's the way Bryant works for you. How much can you save? Call Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing for a free estimate. 467-1111. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Why are some people more successful? Is it talent and determination, or did they recognize an opportunity? Discover a career that lets you help families reach their financial goals as you build lasting professional relationships. One with unlimited income potential. From Modern Woodman, a leading fraternal financial services provider.
I'm Modern Woodman Regional Director Sean Erickson. Call me at 402-483-6515 to learn about career opportunities.
Modern Woodman of America. Touching lives, securing futures.
There's no place like McKinney's Irish Pub for St. Patrick's Day, so mark your calendars to join in on the fun for their 11th annual Street Festival. The party starts on Saturday, March 15th, with tons of giveaways, a kilt contest, great Irish food, and green beer, and continues on Monday the 17th for actual St. Patrick's Day. Doors open for the bar at 11 a.m. on Saturday and 9 a.m. on Monday, and the street party starts at 2 p.m. both days. Don't miss out on great music and great fun with no cover charge for St. Patrick's Day weekend at McKinney's 8th and P in the Haymarket.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Bagels & Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in March. Try a double chocolate muffin with a leprechaun latte made with dark chocolate, peppermint, and Irish cream. For lunch, try the salmon panini with provolone, sesame oil, and tomatoes on a ciabatta roll with bagel chips. Perfect for Lent. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels & Joe.
Biggest question people have is, how do I start the process? What is the process? I want to build a new home, but I don't know what the first step is.
Bob Benish is the founder and president of Aspen Builders, online at aspenbuildersinc.com.
The first step is make an appointment. Come on into my office. Let's sit around the table. Let's talk about what you're looking for, what your needs are, what your budget might be. And let's come up with some answers on what we're going to build, where we're going to build it, and what it's going to cost. And get a house that you're going to be happy with. So now is really the time to be contacting us to get an appointment to get the job done. Once you find a good lot, let's get it reserved because there's a very limited number of lots in this town. And then start designing that floor plan that's going to be perfect for you. Next thing you know, we're moving dirt.
Make your dream home a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions.
Husker fans, the message is clear. Nebraska softball is here to dominate. They're off to a hot start, and they're bringing that energy into Big Ten play. On Friday, March 21st, Minnesota comes to Lincoln for a weekend series in Bowling, and they need Husker Nation in the stands. Don't miss your chance to be part of the action as they begin conference play. Get details and tickets at huskers.com/tickets.
Welcome to The Drive with A.D. Raff and Ahman Gray. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
12-year NFL veteran.
He's got some speed to go with strength.
Huskers and Green Bay Packers Hall of Famer.
Shovel pass to Green into Vikings territory. Finally brought down.
And University of Nebraska eSports coach Ahman Green.
Look at Green all by himself. 20, 10, touchdown.
Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Good morning, everybody. It is St. Patrick's Day. Good luck.
St. Patty's Day.
Welcome to the drive.
Yeah. You guys.
Where's your green at, AD?
Not Irish.
I don't think I don't know. Maybe I am.
I could. Who knows? I'll find out soon.
Crystal Rafferty.
Crystal Rafferty.
I'm just check.
Check.
We're all check in the Sainer household. Not all check. Got some German.
I have no idea. AG, what about you, man? You got any Irish in you, brother?
His last name.
My last name's Green. Thank you, Raff. Thank you, Raff. That's what my mom told me to say ever since I was a kid in elementary school, worried about wearing green on St. Patty's Day. She said, baby, your last name's Green, so tell him to leave you alone.
Wait. So time out. So you're just exempt?
Basically. My last name's Green. I don't get no more Irish than that.
Isn't Chris
it's just like if my last name was O'Shaughnessy or something like that.
Okay, well, maybe.
You know,
it is St. Patty's Day on this bipolar week of weather that we're going to have here in Nebraska and surrounding areas. I do want to say this, man. There's our thoughts and prayers go out to the folks down in the southeast part of the United States. There were a lot of tornadoes, and the last I checked, over 3 dozen lives that were lost in that horrible tornadoes and the storms through Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, Florida. Weather is wise as well. Raff, you believe your lady? She lost power about an hour and a half.
She just for about 45 minutes. It was going right at her, but it just happened to go just south. So thankfully, everything turned out there. It was kind of a scary hour.
I'm sure. Our first responders and all those folks that are dealing with those storms down there. So again, our thoughts and prayers go with them. Those folks' lives are literally turned upside down, and just devastating storms there. Here in the capital city, Nebraska, I mean, what's the temperature? The high today supposed to be, guys? 80 today. Tomorrow it's supposed to be nice again, and then what breaks loose, man. It's going to be nuts. So kind of the 10-day here in Lincoln, at least 80 today. 73 tomorrow, 83 Tuesday, Wednesday, 36 is the high with a frozen mix.
That's wild. We're talking about a 50-degree jump.
Hey, that's this time of year, man.
This is stupid.
I love the hat, by the way, Nick. I love it.
Thank you. I almost walked out of the house without it this morning. I almost forgot my hat.
Yeah.
There's only one reason I would ever buy a hat that looks as stupid as this, and it's because I'm on St. Patrick's Day.
Well, if you're in the Lincoln area,
you're awesome, Nick. It's hilarious.
You kind of look like a leprechaun.
No, I don't. I should have dyed it. If I would have dyed the beard like a reddish orange, then we would have been.
Aren't you the mascot for Notre Dame though?
No,
you look close to it though. You just need to dye the beard red. That's it.
Yeah, I needed to have red beard or orange beard, whatever it is.
Hey, anybody listening in, please screenshot the screen when you see Nick, so you could make it into a meme.
Oh yeah, I'll go back and replay and do that, AG. There's a lot of memes coming out of this one, man.
There it is. That's it. Whoa, we could go back and pause it and screenshot that look right there.
Hey, but you know what, Raff and AG, as much as Nick was riding on the bandwagon with Notre Dame, man, you might be their designated Nebraska mascot, though, man.
I know many people that are much more of a Notre Dame fan, have been longer. Longevity is important in these conversations.
Lou Holtz?
No, actually, no. But no. So a couple guys that I went to school with, and then obviously I still stay in touch. One of them actually plays basketball overseas right now. Their entire family are just massive Irish fans, Notre Dame fans. And so, they have been much more of a Notre Dame fan than I have been.
I'm just surprised you have a voice right now.
Oh, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Man, you
the
bounced back quick.
the allergies are hitting me on in here in middle of
Yeah,
March.
your immune's probably a little low because giving out all that energy doing the casting that you did. Good job. Congratulations. You did all those games in. Like 42, was it?
48.
48. Okay. I know it's 40 something. I saw your post and I liked it and
That's
shared
right.
it.
I appreciate that.
Good job. Good job, man.
Please give a shout out to all you guys.
That's not easy to do, man.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Big B, good morning and happy St. Patrick's to you. Giving a big shout out to you guys that did the game, girls and boys. 48 games is a lot of games, Nick. I was watching the last game Saturday night, and that place cleared out like the club, and, like the club, and the DJ said it's the last song.
Yeah.
Man.
Hey, all I'm saying is, I mean, it was packed for that Class B game. And then you look around, and like I said, I think the week before, I looked around, it was like Will Smith in the empty living room, like, where'd everybody go? And then the energy is just not as everybody that's working it for like the NSA and stuff. Everybody's just ready to kind of get out of there. Yep. And it's like, all right, we got one more game to go, and then you're just hoping and praying that they don't start fouling, and where it's like in the first quarter, you can kind of tell what the pace of the game's going to be like.
Yeah.
Based on the officiating crew, what they're allowing to happen, and that and the other things. So through the first quarter, I think the first quarter took like 11 minutes, and I was like, all right, we're gonna be okay.
Guys, your medals are in the bus.
Yeah, yeah, right. Yeah,
they put their trophy on the bench and left.
I'll be 100% honest. I did not stay for the trophy ceremony. I jumped out of there. So,
what was the final score of that last game?
Oh, he left 5 minutes left.
I'm gonna be honest. I cannot remember. You're putting me on the spot here. There's a lot. That's one thing I will say. I would go home at night and I'd watch like the news and I'd watch a recap of the games, or I'd go back and like think about it. And there would be games that I would have broadcasted at like 10:45 that I don't remember a single thing about. I didn't remember. I would remember the game that I started the day with, and then like the maybe the 6 p.m. and the 7:45 game. But those middle games, you could tell me that I broadcasted a team and I'd be like, okay, cool. And I don't know if I like the girls tournament has completely been washed from my memory right now. That was
you got to reset. You got to reset time.
Well, and plus you want to do it game. You want to try to be game to game, so that you're giving each broadcast the same amount of energy and effort. So trying to be game to game and not linger. It's hard not to linger on the Norris victory. I mean, holy smokes!
ESPN
77 feet away. I mean, that is just bizarre, guys. I thought it was over. I said this on Twitter because the station, they posted the call. I said it on Twitter that I thought he didn't get it off in time. I thought it wasn't off in time. Yeah. And so I started to say your score at the end of regulation, and then he drains it. And that's when my voice went haywire.
That was awesome.
So, it was wild.
So it was a buzzer. How many buzzer beaters were there? Just that one?
Just this week. Just this week, there was one by Omaha Scud. Actually, they beat Norris the following day on a buzzer beater.
Yep. Yeah.
And then on a tip shot by George Zeeble. And then the day before, Barrett Bosinger hit a 77 foot 3/4 court heave.
He launched that thing, man, AG, from the 3-point line, basically on the other side of the court.
Hey, buzzer beater.
Dude,
at least he wasn't just pulling up just to shoot a casual three.
Well, he hit a long 3-pointer beforehand.
That's the thing. So the overarching conversation is that Pius let it slip away. I mean, Pius had opportunity after opportunity. They had, I think, 4 or 5 rebounds, and 3 of them came on missed free throws. Like Pius got the offensive rebound on missed free throws, immediately would get fouled again. And they went 5 of 15 from the free throw line in the game. McCoy Folkerts comes down when Pius is winning by 49-46 at this point. McCoy Folkerts comes down, and this is the one that people aren't talking about. Is he comes down across the timeline and he fires one from the logo, drains it with 3.2 seconds to go in the game, and Norris ties it up at 49. Pius, then they went, and one of the things that a lot of people might not realize is, so they threw it to another Thunderbolt in out of bounds territory, which is obviously legal. Yep. You can run the baseline as well. They threw it to their guy Colby Volkmer, who is the Thunderbolt quarterback. So he throws a one-handed pass to Alex Weber. He tiptoes the sideline, tried to throw it up at the last second, or what we thought was going to be the last second. It was rebounded by Norris. They chucked it up from, like I said, 3/4 court.
Crazy.
I'm just inside the other side's 3-point line. Didn't even hit the rim. Didn't bounce off. Didn't hit the backboard. Just went straight in. And they won 52-49. I mean, it's just crazy.
Number one play. It was on ESPN number one play.
Yeah.
That night. That was just an unbelievable
Oh,
experience.
it made ESPN. Nice.
It was the number one top play.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. It is.
But for those high school kids, I'm pretty sure they're like, oh my God. I bet they're popular for a while.
Well, and on top of it all, he hadn't scored all game. Barrett
Really?
Bozinger, who is one of the best scorers in Norris basketball history, and one of the most consistent players in Norris basketball history, he hadn't scored the entire game until the buzzer beater. And so just those storylines are super, incredibly cool. But there were a lot of close finishes. The Miller North and Papio South game in the semifinal, where there was a questionable call at the end, is certainly one that piques interest. Bryson Ball was spectacular. The future South Dakota State Jackrabbit was incredible. The younger brother of Jordy Ball. So there were a lot of really fun things this weekend.
Also, shout out to Coach Joel Heesier at Papillion La Vista South, man. They were first state championship. They got there for the boys. That was a big congrats to those guys.
Yeah.
Also, again, to the Lincoln schools that put in. Norris obviously put in work. Pius was there. North Star, Southwest, Southeast had a thriller.
Yeah.
They ended up going down. But just all those schools that took care of their state championships, man, was pretty cool.
Southeast and on this, the quarterfinal night against Lincoln North Star, finishing the game on a 9-0 run. That I don't know if you guys even know this part is we had on Wednesday, on quarterfinal Wednesday, we had Pinnacle Bank Arena, I should say, had issues with connection and connectivity.
Oh yeah, you told me.
Internet?
And yeah, with
This
internet.
is great.
With internet. And so we lost our table for the third time in the day. It had nothing to do with our equipment.
He calls in.
Had nothing to do with our equipment. We lost power with 4 minutes to go in the ball game. So I called into the radio. I called in and I finished the final 4 minutes and Lincoln Southeast comeback over the phone. I did it over the phone. Lincoln Southeast had Lincoln Southeast had a 9-0 run to end and win the game, all on free throws. They went 9-0 in the final 3 minutes of the game.
Wow.
And it was all on free throws. North Star just let it slip away.
Wow.
And they hit 9 straight free throws. They win the game 58-57. And
that's crazy. That's a coach's nightmare right there.
But no, it's a broadcaster's nightmare, because all of a sudden you're just chugging along and you lose connection with.
No, yeah, for your end for sure, but I'm saying from the game point of view, that's
1,000%.
No, for your point of view, heck yeah, that's like the worst dream. Nightmare. But then obviously you adjusted. You was able to get come up with a couple adjustment ideas and audibles, and they worked out.
It was funny because I'm holding my phone on the sideline.
Through the crowd, going up to the concession stand.
Yeah. I'm calling it from the 300 level. No, it was a lot of fun. I said it on social media, and I'll say it here over the air. I can't thank everybody back here enough, because you guys obviously hear myself, Strick, Jay, Austin for 2 games on Saturday, but none of that's possible without the people back here pushing the buttons and filling the time to give us a 20-minute break that we're hanging on for dear life at the end of the tournaments for, and stuff like that. So it was a very successful 2 weeks of 48 games on the ticket.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Absolutely.
There you go.
Unknown texter 8002 says, Nick, thank you. You did a great job. From all the people that have to work, your play-by-play is awesome. Absolutely. Matt Hobb says, shout out to Nick's commentating. I turned on the ticket and muted the TV while watching the game.
Oh,
Matt Hobb,
that's as good of a compliment as there can be.
Absolutely. Old Dad 34, Nick's call at the end of the Norris game in the first round was amazing. Great job.
I have not listened back to it yet.
Hey, now.
Downtown Brad from Baldwin says, happy St. Pat's Day, friends. Happy St. Pat's Day to you, Brad. Downtown Scott, it's coming up here. It says the courts sound surprisingly rested.
I think the difference maker this year was the humidifier. I read that you need to inhale steam because
you talked about that before you did it.
The difference maker, I think, is the humidifier. I've been running a humidifier nonstop in my place.
It's just like getting ready for game day, man. Getting a massage,
there it is.
going to chiropractor, getting adjusted, have a nice warm-up day on pregame, and then ready to knock it out of the park. So you prepared, my friend.
Got it in.
You prepared.
We're good. You had a busy weekend too, man.
Yeah.
Tell us about down there.
I was down at the Husker Lawn and Leisure Show there at the Sand Hills Global Center. I worked all weekend. It was fun. That's about it.
Good turnout.
Not too bad. Not too bad. I took a picture. Whoever that was, I'm sorry I didn't get your name, but that was pretty cool. Having a son. Want to take a picture with me? That was cool.
I love it.
Thank you. That's awesome.
AG, what'd you have popping this weekend, man?
It was a quiet weekend. I had my granddaughter for her spring break. So I was off the grid a little bit. Didn't stream. I don't think I streamed. I did play a little video games one night with some of my buddies that we do Call of Duty with. That was about it. We watched movies, a lot of Disney stuff, a lot of Disney movies there. My granddaughter we're going to end up probably writing a horror movie together. Somehow she's into horror like I am. She's 5. I don't know where she's watched the horror movie. I haven't put her into the horror movie mix because she's only 5. I haven't done it yet. I won't do it. I was going to probably break her in around 8 or 9 or 10. But now she's already somehow is like got this imagination that is unreal. She talks about things that are beyond her age. And I'm like, where are you getting this from? Me and my wife are looking at her like, we need to sit down and start writing. And I was like, yeah, I've already done that. So fantastic. Awesome. A week with my granddaughter hanging out here at the house. So that was about it.
Love it. Nick, we know what you were doing, man. You're done with that for a year.
We watched Rory win this morning.
Yes.
Rory McIlroy officially wins the Players this morning on the playoff
day.
I got a question. Is North Carolina, are they Irish?
They got lucky.
We're going to discuss that, how they got into the tournament. There's a few teams. We're going to discuss that a lot at 10 o'clock hour. The teams that got into the NCAA, NIT, the Crown. Of course, the women will discuss that. At the bottom of the hour, going into close, we'll talk about it was not a good weekend for Husker baseball or softball as far as that goes. Yeah. We'll discuss that. NFL, when we come back, there's a lot of signings took place there. They got a conundrum they got going on up in Minnesota. So we'll discuss that as well. There's some questions to be answered up in Minnesota, big time.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh and the Giants and et cetera. So, yeah, it's a whole quagmire mess.
But if you're in Cincinnati, it's money all day.
Oh, man. They split the pot, didn't they?
Yeah. They completely flipped the narrative.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, in all honesty.
And we'll talk about that in that. I want to just put this out there to the listeners and you guys as well. Will it be enough to keep Joey Burrow happy when his contract comes up? Because he's been very vocal about how he's not happy there. So we'll discuss that as well.
What is Joe Burrow's current contract situation?
I think 2027 is his last year.
Signed a 5-year on 2023, so it's going to be 2028.
2028, but they'll negotiate.
Yeah, but so here's something to think about, guys, before we get to break. With Joe Burrow specifically, so he got $219 million in guarantees. Mm-hmm. He think about it this way. 146 million of that was guaranteed at signing. Mm-hmm. What's crazy is, so he had the 5-year, $275 million extension. What did Josh Allen just sign for?
$330 million.
$330 million. Yeah. Can we just think about for a moment what the quarterback market is going to be like in 2028 for some of these guys?
When Josh is guaranteed,
it's gonna be like $750 million for real. It's gonna be baseball money.
Like Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes. Mahomes has more of a long-term security.
I believe you're forgetting about
Bo. Okay, Nix. Sure, but Bo Nix. I'm saying.
Yeah, Bo's just on rookie deal though.
I'm saying, think about this.
He just walked in the party, Raff. He just walked in the party.
Where Joe Burrow, the perfect time to sign an extension would be like in 2022, because you'd sign a 4 or 5 year extension like Joe Burrow did, and now it's going to be coming up. You're still going to be in what they consider your prime.
Yeah.
You're not going to be at the back end of your career. Aaron Rodgers, for goodness sakes, got $45 million.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow's contract is going to be absolutely insane when he signs that.
You just got to stay healthy and play the way he's been playing, right? Obviously, they secure his 2 bookend number wide receiver 1 and 2, so that's going to help him. He don't even need a tight end. He could just focus on them 2 guys and be able to put up the numbers he has put up. It's just one thing he needs to do. Can he start the season healthy? It's like, man, what's he been in? This is 5th year, and every season he's come in October because of a Achilles or a calf or a knee or something. So it just, if can he get a full season and we get a full Burrow of plays, then that'll be awesome to see because he's a fantastic player. You know, he's very confident in himself, doesn't make a lot of mistakes once he's in there and healthy. Yeah. You know, if we get him it's just interesting. If Cincinnati could get him for a whole season, then we'll see something that we see something special, just like we see with every other starting half of the starting quarterbacks in the NFL. When we see somebody that has a phenomenal athlete and is also on top of that talented and healthy all at once. When that comes together, then everybody else in the NFC or AFC North is going to have an issue. They already have issues when he's not healthy. So it's just interesting to see him when he's going to play healthy.
Folks, we're going to dive into that and more NFL news when we come back on this Monday. We'll be right back. It's The Drive.
Garage doors can break down or quit working at the worst times. At Doors Plus, they understand that a broken garage door sometimes means repair and not replace. Sometimes, all you need to make your door like new again is a few bolts, a realignment, or even a new balance. Trust the pros at Doors Plus to handle your garage door repair the right way so you can get on with your busy schedule. Visit them online at DoorsPlusLLC.com or give them a call today at 402-590-5800. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, two-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at windowworldlincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today. There's no place like McKinney's Irish Pub for St. Patrick's Day, so mark your calendars to join in on the fun for their 11th annual Street Festival. The party starts on Saturday, March 15th, with tons of giveaways, a kilt contest, great Irish food, and green beer, and continues on Monday the 17th for actual St. Patrick's Day. Doors open for the bar at 11 a.m. on Saturday and 9 a.m. on Monday, and the street party starts at 2 p.m. both days. Don't miss out on great music and great fun with no cover charge for St. Patrick's Day weekend at McKinney's 8th and P in the Haymarket.
Why are some people more successful? Is it talent and determination, or did they recognize an opportunity? Discover a career that lets you help families reach their financial goals as you build lasting professional relationships. One with unlimited income potential. From Modern Woodman, a leading fraternal financial services provider.
I'm Modern Woodman Regional Director Sean Erickson. Call me at 402-483-6515 to learn about career opportunities.
Modern Woodman of America. Touching lives, securing futures.
John Henry's has a brand new membership club to protect your entire home in one program. With a VIP and a deluxe option, we will help you find the plan that best fits your needs. Receive discounts on services and equipment, priority service, complimentary inspections, and so much more. Protect your home's plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical systems all in one membership. Call John Henry's to learn more.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air,
and Electrical.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. It doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Hey Stars fans, I'm defenseman Caden Harrington. Join us Monday, March 17th, when we host the Fargo Force for a St. Patrick's Day showdown at the Icebox. 7-star members can bring a friend to the game for free by redeeming their buddy pass at the ticket window. The puck drops at 7:05 p.m. on St. Patrick's Day, and we'll see you at the Icebox. Get your tickets now at lincolnstars.com.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in March. Try a double chocolate muffin with a leprechaun latte made with dark chocolate, peppermint, and Irish cream. For lunch, try the salmon panini with provolone, sesame oil, and tomatoes on a ciabatta roll with bagel chips. Perfect for Lent. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
Advanced Medical Imaging is the largest radiology group in Nebraska, located in Lincoln at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard. At Advanced Medical Imaging, they utilize state-of-the-art technology and blend it together with their compassionate, skilled team to guide you through every step. Whether it's an MRI, CT scan, or X-ray, their precise diagnostics help your doctor deliver the best care plan for you. Choose clarity and comfort in your life by choosing Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard and online at amimaging.com.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Give your furnace a break with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows. Heartland of Nebraska Windows offers a free estimate, full window replacements, all vinyl triple pane windows, and a lifetime warranty of everything, while still keeping their prices affordable. Sounds too good to be true, right? Heartland of Nebraska Windows is locally and family owned with their own team of installers. Give the window experts at Heartland of Nebraska Windows a call today at 402-430-3852 or visit them online at heartlandofnebraskawindows.com. Elevate your home or business with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows today.
Get ready for spring by joining an evidence-based program to improve your health and well-being. These programs use proven strategies to help you make lasting changes, whether it's boosting nutrition, increasing activity, managing stress, or enhancing wellness. Invest in yourself today and feel your best this spring and beyond. Paid for by the Nebraska Department of Health and Human Services. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
What's going on, fans? This is Lexi Rodriguez, 4-time All-American at Nebraska and now proud member of Omaha's newest professional team, Love Omaha Volleyball. League One Volleyball is bringing the heat this year. Don't miss your chance to see Olympians, national players, and national champions right here in Omaha from now through April. We can't wait to see you cheering us on in the stands. Visit lovboma.com to buy single match tickets to see me and Love Omaha Volleyball in action this season. Go Big Green!
Hey, it's Chad with Nutrition Authority inviting you to stop in and check out the #1 selling complete post-workout product, CPR. CPR is ideal for anyone who works out, exercises, or competes and wants to maximize results. CPR can only be found at Nutrition Authority. Stop in today, try a free sample, or visit us at mynutritionauthority.com.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Gray on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we are
wonderful
back.
Monday.
Oh boy. We love St. Patrick's Day.
That's
wild.
We love Jack Russell, too, and this segment is brought to you by Jack Russell, the Farm Bureau of Financial Services. Jack has been a well-respected representative since 1999. Can help you protect your home, your vehicle, family, or even your future. Give Jack a call at 402-421-9100 or visit one of his 2 locations in Lincoln or Seward and learn how Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services can help you. Fellas, we were talking about the NFL trades and the signings, etc. Let's hop right back into what's going on there in Cincy, because like we mentioned, and AG, you brought it up, and I think it's a great point in that what it's going to look like to see a healthy Joe Burrow for an entire year. Because we haven't seen that in a couple years as far as that goes. Now that he's healthy, he's got his guys, his bookends that are signed in there. And Jamar Chase signs the largest contract, non-quarterback contract in history. Guaranteed, what is it, 140 million he's got guaranteed on there?
No, 112 guaranteed. 161 over 4, 112 guaranteed.
112 guaranteed, the biggest besides non-quarterback contract. You guys, did you think it would come? Did you think they would get it done with Jamar Chase and T. Higgins?
No.
I didn't.
Thought one. I thought T was out.
Yeah, I thought T was ghost.
Yeah. Well, either that or they were going to try to franchise tag him.
Again.
Yeah.
And so for everybody, for all parties involved, it's a good thing that they were able to figure out, what they wanted to do with it, and that they paid the man his money. Like he's been putting up wide receiver 1/2 numbers consistently. There's no reason not to pay him that way. And so it's just, the other part of it is that you also have one of the top probably 5, if not top 3 receivers in the entire league on the other side of him. But the reason that they're both so successful is partially due to because the other person is there as well.
Mm-hmm.
So
when you look at T. Higgins' 4-year deal, $115 million, Chase's deal, he's going to be worth $30 million a year as far as Higgins goes. As far as that, is it going to be enough to keep Joe Burrow there when it comes time for him to renegotiate, take out injury and things of that nature? Each one of you guys think it's enough?
I think if you're Cincinnati, there's no way in the world that you could even possibly entertain the notion of Joe Burrow leaving Cincinnati. I mean,
no,
he's the man in control. He's going to get what he wants. They have to. If they don't, if they lose Joe Burrow, I mean, that's like, well, we've seen it. When you lose your franchise quarterback, what happens for like almost the next 10 years, unless you're a lucky, team like Green Bay or somebody like that has someone to step in. But most teams, if you lose, and we talk about this all the time. I mean, Joe Burrow is one of those where you have like 5 quarterbacks in the NFL that are just in another atmosphere. He's one of those guys. You just don't find those guys, hanging around. Not even a first-round draft pick half the time.
Yeah, he just like right now, you got to set the stage. If you're the Bengals administrator, the upper guy, general manager, owner, you want to continue to do what you're doing, like right here. So this gives Joe Burrow, I say, a happy peace of mind, right? Going in, you got 2 number ones coming back that he goes to a lot, and then now fill in the gaps other places if they need it. If it's O-line, if it's running backs. We know we lost Mixon last year to the Texans, so make sure the run game is there, just to make sure you have a team around him and not try to make him all the team. Because obviously, if all the money goes to the quarterback, that means there's nobody else to get paid and nobody of quality to get paid. So you don't want to be in a scenario where it's like Detroit Lions prior Gamble or Coach Campbell. Like I said, you don't want that scenario. Basically, you want to make sure you set the stage so then Joe Burrow has no other choice other than to play well and then want to come back because he has all the tools and the weapons in the toolbox. So he could go out there. They could go out there and win divisional championships and eventually get back to the Super Bowl.
Speaking of getting paid, Derek Stingley Jr. just got paid $30 million a year from the Texans.
So back on to Joe Burrow though, guys. I think like one of the things that he does need to get better at is starting the season better. The last couple of years for Cincinnati, it's been kind of a slow start, and then you know how this is. AG, I mean, a team gets riddled with injuries. Unluckily, halfway through the year, if you don't take advantage of a start, or if your first 8 games of the year, then you're going to be trying to climb this incredibly tall mountain that's just almost impossible to climb. And so it's just, I think it's one of those things where,
well, like AG said, he's got to come into a season healthy.
Yes,
remember, he had the arm injury. And,
that's true.
Yeah.
So I think though overall, now looking at Cincinnati, otherwise, they found a bright spot in Chase Brown, who's the former Illinois running back, as a starting back, right, to replace Joe Mixon, like you kind of mentioned. The defense though is what I think is concerning. The defense you lost. You lost that big defensive lineman Hendrickson, I believe was his last name, who was a force off the edge, and you brought back. You have a couple of guys in that secondary that are good pieces, but it feels like we look at Kansas City because they're the ones that everybody looks at, or Philadelphia. Does Kansas City win championships without Steve Spagnuolo and the defenses that he put together with L'Jarius Sneed and those guys? Probably not. Does Philadelphia make it to the Super Bowl without a defense that they had this year? Probably not. So I think overall, you can sign the quarterback, you can sign the wide receivers, and you can worry about the running back. But if you don't have some sort of complementary football and a way to give your offensive guys a rest when they're off the field and to take some of that pressure off of them, then you can forget about a Super Bowl.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out, because now the word out of Cincinnati is they're trying to re-sign Trey Hendrickson.
Yep.
Which that's going to be, big chunk of change. So it's what you do with those guys that aren't making the big money, how they're going to be able to, formulate a lineup, because it's great you got T. Higgins back. It's great you got Jamar Chase back. But now you're probably going to hamper your offensive and defensive lines a little bit, because you're not going to be able to go out and sign, a top quality, left tackle, right tackle, somebody like that. So that's where you're going to see, Burrow is pleased as punch that he got his 2 top receivers back, but he's also saying, I also want to be standing up and be able to throw to these guys.
That's one thing. To your point, Raff, it's great that, he's got Higgins and Jamar Chase back, but we all know one of the Achilles heels has been for Cincy too. Burrow's not protected very well.
Takes a lot of hits.
He takes a lot of hits. So some of that, AG, like as you were talking about, as you alluded to, it'd be nice to see him play a healthy season. If that O-line does not step up, that's a huge factor right there. Because you think about even their Super Bowl season, man, he was sacked more than any quarterback that year. Hell, the ball game itself, he was sacked a ton of times. So in less than that, great, you got T and you got Chase, but they're also going to have to make some decisions as far as the offensive line. And the offensive line have to step up, because if not, you're going to have those great bookends out there, and Burrow's going to be on his back.
And it's going to be, and their scouting department, their general manager, they're going to have to make great decisions in the draft, because you're going to have to really go heavy into where you draft, because your rookie contracts are where you're at, to formulate with giving that type of money to the quarterback, the receivers, probably Trey Hendrickson. You're going to have to be heavy draft, and you're going to have to make great choices in the draft, especially picking up offensive linemen to where you can get them on that 4-year contract, with 5 optional with their rookie contract.
They've got they've got a lot of work done in Cincinnati so far with those signings. Like I said, I'm going to be curious what they do O-line wise. Gentlemen, Aaron Rodgers. There's 3 potential suitors in the Vikings, the Giants, and my beloved Steelers. And Kevin O'Connell, from what I've read and what I've looked at online, is that the top brass are pretty much leaving it in Kevin's. It's his decision to make. Between do you go with JJ? Think about this, you guys. I want you both to think about this from this aspect. AG, you're the running back of the future there in Minnesota. Okay, you're coming off an injury, but they're also and you're ready to roll, because you've already set out 1 year. Okay, preseason, you already set out 1 year running back. Something happened. But now they're thinking about bringing in some other guy that's, towards the end of his career, and you're thinking to yourself, do I have to sit out again? In your mind, and if you're McCarthy, if you're McConnell, are you bringing in Rodgers, or are you sticking with McCarthy saying, you know what, we got a guy, I want to keep him happy? Or are you thinking you have all the pieces now for the most part, or you're thinking we're bringing Aaron Rodgers? What do you do in this decision, AG, if you're Kevin McConnell?
Well, I say, well, you got to have inventory first, because JJ gets hurt again or beaten and battered. You're going to need somebody to come in, at least help out. So you got to consider bringing Aaron in, or any other veteran quarterback, because especially a guy like Aaron, if he doesn't help with the coaching, JJ can learn by osmosis, by being around him. So he could watch film, watch the way Aaron practices and prepare. So if I'm McConnell, yes, I'm bringing in Aaron. If the money's there, for Minnesota to bring him in, to afford to bring him in, along with their defense and their offense is already there, I'm gonna bring him in. That's not even. I don't think I would think twice about it, regardless if I knew him or not, or played with him or not, because I've seen his body of work as a player on the field. Nobody's perfect, but in terms of being a guy that you want a young guy to learn off of, just by being around him in the locker room, in the film room, pick up habits, it'll be Aaron Rodgers, hands down, because then JJ McCarthy is already a solid player, already learned from a good coach in terms of Harbaugh back in college. So he understands processes. And so to get another guy that's going to be in the room, that's going to be a future Hall of Famer in the room to learn from even if he doesn't teach him anything, just by watching, he'll learn a lot from him. So for me, it's in.
It's in.
You just got to look at it. Where are you at with your franchise? Are you pushing all your chips in and going for a Super Bowl? If you're Minnesota and you're pushing your chips in to go for a Super Bowl this upcoming year, you go after Aaron Rodgers, because JJ McCarthy, I understand it. He was a first-round draft pick, but you got to realize he's never took a snap in a regular season game, an NFL game. You do not know what you have there. At least with Aaron Rodgers, you've got, like AG said, you've got some the past you can look at. You can see, even this past year, by Aaron Rodgers standards, not a good year at all. But by normal quarterbacks,
last couple of years, tough,
but still better than most. If you look
better than average,
statistically, maybe not from like your QBR rating, but statistically, he's had good seasons. And I think that you kind of know what you're getting with Aaron Rodgers. With JJ McCarthy, you might look at, we see this all the time with rookie quarterbacks. We've hit on some the past couple of years. You've seen some that have really hit, but then you look back, you look at like the Rosens of the days, the Lynches, and they don't always hit. So if you're Minnesota and you're at a point right now and you've got JJ and you got that team that you think built around Aaron Jones, you got those guys built around to go right now, are you willing to say, well, we might have to take a year or two to see what JJ McCarthy becomes? So I think that's where you go for Aaron Rodgers.
Nick, you look at this with the we'll say this real quick, but you look at what the Vikings they're built to win right now. They had some big acquisitions off season. You got 4 significant free agent additions. You got center Ryan Kelly and both guard Will Fries, both with the Colts before. You bring in defensive tackle Jonathan Allen, was with the Commanders. Big Javon Hargrave that was with the 49ers. Yeah. You got Brian Flores there.
Well, I think
who's most likely could be leaving next year because he's receiving a lot of interest for head coaching.
I think the names that you just mentioned and their positions are important because it tells you that Minnesota feels pretty good about their skill position spots, right? Like they feel excited about what JJ McCarthy can give them at quarterback. They are excited about obviously still with Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison and TJ Hawkinson and you go up and down the list. And it's about revamping and boosting and improving and upgrading the offensive line, the defensive line, and those types of positions. So through it all, I think Minnesota's in a great spot. And we saw last year that the NFC at times can be wide open. Wide open. Who knows what the Lions are going to look like next week or next season? Who knows what? Like you expect to have some sort of consistency from organizations like the Lions, the Commanders, the Eagles, obviously. But we went into the playoffs, and the playoffs were a perfect example. In the AFC, it was pretty chalk. In the NFC, it certainly was not. The Commanders made it, right? The Lions lost first round. So through and through, it shows that I think the NFC is more for the taking. So a team like Minnesota looks at that and says, we have a young head coach. We have great coordinators. We have a young quarterback. Potentially, we're going to add a veteran. We have one of the best receivers in all of football right now. There's no reason we shouldn't be competing for a Super Bowl. I think that's the way they view themselves right now.
Well, if you're right now, I think the guy that's looking back with maybe a little bit of a smile on his face right now is all the talk, last week and the week before was that Aaron Rodgers going to Pittsburgh. Well, now if you're Russell Wilson, you got to be saying to yourself, there's a good chance I might return back to Pittsburgh because I mean, what's Pittsburgh thinking, or where?
I have no idea.
Where do they want to? It's wild there.
Yeah, Pittsburgh. I have no idea what they're thinking. Of course, obviously, Justin Fields is now a New York Jet, 2-year, $40 million deal that he's got going on there. So he's out of the option. He's out of the picture, at least for Pittsburgh. And so Pittsburgh, they did bring in Rudolph. Most likely will be a backup. I'm just thinking, okay, so what are we doing here? Like I said, I have no idea what Pittsburgh is doing here, but hopefully, I think with what to your point,
would you rather, if you're Aaron Rodgers, would you rather go to Pittsburgh or Minnesota?
Win now, Minnesota's a better picture. Regardless of how much I feel about my Steelers, Pittsburgh is not where Minnesota is right now. Just the bottom line. And I would say, regardless if they have Aaron Rodgers or McCarthy, as far as that goes, Pittsburgh has got a lot of question marks on that team as of right now. Still. So for us to get DK Metcalf, for them to get DK Metcalf, I was shocked by that. I did not see that coming whatsoever. But they still have a quarterback question. And quite honestly, guys, they have an offensive line issue still.
Well, even philosophy-wise, you're going to have to look at Pittsburgh because you got two receivers now that in their minds, they believe they're number one.
Absolutely.
So you're not going to be able to, power football 3 yards in a cloud of dust.
And Raff, not only that, you not new because Warren has been there, but he's the prime guy right now.
Yep, Najee's gone.
Najee's gone. He's obviously a Charger now. But you have 2 very strong personality receivers.
Yeah.
Now, everything's great on signing day. But what about when the bullets start flying and who's getting the ball? Or who's going to be throwing that ball? And the person throwing the ball, will he be protected?
Ben Roethlisberger said he's got a few throws left in him.
Yeah, from the backyard. But, I just don't know. I mean, if their line is the way it is right now, I would look at Russell Wilson because he's more elusive. But and a lot of this, to me, it goes on the shoulders of Arthur Smith. What type of game is he going to call? Because the reality is this. Last year, it was Matt Canada 2.0 as far as play calling. So it's a lot of picks, a lot of question marks along with other teams.
I mean, if they don't go back with Russ, they don't get Aaron Rodgers. It's like Mason Rudolph worked his way into the. I mean, I just don't know where they go.
I don't know what they do. Again, I think a lot of this falls on Arthur Smith, what type of offense he's going to call, because last year it was abysmal. To have those type of weapons and have them so underutilized. I mean, Freiermuth hardly touched the ball.
Yeah, bring back Kenny Pickett.
Kenny Pickett. We might have to look at the coaching staff here than knowing the players.
Yeah, man. Yes.
Because what's his name? You said Arthur. He's been a couple places, and he's been a couple places. So this shows you it's the writing on the wall. He may not be a good play caller.
Am I the problem?
You know what?
Am I the drama?
He did decent when he was in Atlanta as their coach.
Yeah.
He came
Decent.
Yeah.
You said decent. Not great.
No, definitely not great.
Decent gets you paid.
Yeah, which shouldn't be the case. Which should not be the case.
Certainly should not be, but
should not be the case. That's one thing I will say about that. You should not be decent and get paid millions of dollars. You should be.
There it is.
You need to be way above average.
100%.
Getting paid millions of dollars. Period. College football level or college sport level and pro level. Period.
All right, guys.
A lot to unfold still.
Mm-hmm.
We will throw it to break. This is The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket.
Give your furnace a break with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows. Heartland of Nebraska Windows offers a free estimate, full window replacements, all vinyl triple pane windows, and a lifetime warranty of everything, while still keeping their prices affordable. Sounds too good to be true, right? Heartland of Nebraska Windows is locally and family owned with their own team of installers. Give the window experts at Heartland of Nebraska Windows a call today at 402-430-3852 or visit them online at heartlandofnebraskawindows.com. Elevate your home or business with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows today.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in March. Try a double chocolate muffin with a leprechaun latte made with dark chocolate, peppermint, and Irish cream. For lunch, try the salmon panini with provolone, sesame oil, and tomatoes on a ciabatta roll with bagel chips. Perfect for Lent. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
Hey, it's Chad with Nutrition Authority inviting you to stop in and check out the #1 selling complete post-workout product, CPR. CPR is ideal for anyone who works out, exercises, or competes and wants to maximize results. CPR can only be found at Nutrition Authority. Stop in today, try a free sample, or visit us at mynutritionauthority.com.
What's going on, fans? This is Lexi Rodriguez, 4-time All-American at Nebraska and now proud member of Omaha's newest professional team, Love Omaha Volleyball. League One Volleyball is bringing the heat this year. Don't miss your chance to see Olympians, national players, and national champions right here in Omaha from now through April. We can't wait to see you cheering us on in the stands. Visit lovboma.com to buy single match tickets to see me and Love Omaha Volleyball in action this season. Go Big Green!
Have you been accused of a crime and don't know where to turn? At Liberty Law Group, we understand that a call to an attorney is a call for help. If you're up against the legal system, you need an advocate you can trust to handle your case with professionalism and compassion. Liberty Law's experienced trial attorneys are committed to the defense of liberty for those accused. Don't let a criminal charge ruin your life. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. Liberty Law Group. Trial attorneys you need. Advocates you deserve. That's 877-42-LIBERTY or libertylawnebraska.com.
Biggest question people have is, how do I start the process? What is the process? I want to build a new home, but I don't know what the first step is.
Bob Benish is the founder and president of Aspen Builders, online at aspenbuildersinc.com.
The first step is make an appointment. Come on into my office. Let's sit around the table. Let's talk about what you're looking for, what your needs are, what your budget might be. And let's come up with some answers on what we're going to build, where we're going to build it, and what it's going to cost. And get a house that you're going to be happy with. So now is really the time to be contacting us to get an appointment to get the job done. Once you find a good lot, let's get it reserved because there's a very limited number of lots in this town. And then start designing that floor plan that's going to be perfect for you. Next thing you know, we're moving dirt.
Make your dream home a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
There's no place like McKinney's Irish Pub for St. Patrick's Day, so mark your calendars to join in on the fun for their 11th annual Street Festival. The party starts on Saturday, March 15th, with tons of giveaways, a kilt contest, great Irish food, and green beer, and continues on Monday the 17th for actual St. Patrick's Day. Doors open for the bar at 11 a.m. on Saturday and 9 a.m. on Monday, and the street party starts at 2 p.m. both days. Don't miss out on great music and great fun with no cover charge for St. Patrick's Day weekend at McKinney's 8th and P in the Haymarket.
If you want to make new floor shopping easier, come to O Street Carpet. Hi, I'm Steve Carper. Our flooring professionals can help you choose the best flooring for you, your family, and your budget. We eliminate the confusion. Even better, you'll be enjoying your new flooring much sooner. No 6 or 8 week waits. We'll install right away and save you money on installation. Floor shopping made easy every day at O Street Carpet.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Husker fans, the message is clear. Nebraska softball is here to dominate. They're off to a hot start, and they're bringing that energy into Big Ten play. On Friday, March 21st, Minnesota comes to Lincoln for a weekend series in Bowling, and they need Husker Nation in the stands. Don't miss your chance to be part of the action as they begin conference play. Get details and tickets at huskers.com/tickets.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
The Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see lots of sunshine and it will be breezy and warm with an afternoon high around 83. Tonight, partly cloudy skies and light winds, a low around 44. And tomorrow, we'll see increasing clouds throughout the day, a light breezy and warm, the high near 79. I'm meteorologist Kyle Fletcher for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket.
Okay, playing 93.7 The Ticket.
Alexa, turn down the lights.
Dimming the lights.
Alexa, order a pizza. The big one. All the toppings.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Alexa.
That's a lot of pizza for just one man.
Alexa, just do it. Stop judging me, just do it.
As you wish.
Thanks, Alexa. You're my best friend.
It may not feel like it, but planting season is on its way, and now's the time to upgrade your equipment with a late model John Deere planter from Acres Equipment. Acres has an entire lineup of John Deere planters equipped with the latest technology to ensure planting accuracy throughout your field. And to get you up and going, each planter purchased from Acres includes in-field startup support from one of our Precision Ag professionals. Warmer weather is coming soon, so don't delay. Visit your local Acres for details. Offer expires April 30th, 2025.
The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
We're in Raising Cane's with the man that started it all.
Wait, are you the Yes Chef guy?
We got chicken fingers, crinkle cut fries, Texas toast, and their world famous cane sauce. Could shed a tear right now.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Green on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we are back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. We were talking a little baseball before he came back on the break. I was going to mention this, now I forgot. Alex Gordon, new Royals Hall of Famer.
Pretty sweet.
Boom.
Well deserved. Definitely well deserved. Congrats to AG, Alex Gordon. The other AG.
Yeah.
How many years did he play total, man?
13?
Yeah, something like that. I mean, and he was still producing. He was still producing towards the back end of his career. So
yeah, he said he had some other teams come a calling for him, but he said he always wanted to be a Royal. So.
Yeah,
love it.
So
Congrats, AG.
that's one of my favorite memorabilia pieces. I have a wooden bat used.
Oh,
or not, that from Alex. It says to Nick. And
that's cool.
It says "Go Big Red" from Alex. So that's
sweet.
That's one of my favorite pieces of memorabilia.
One of these days we're having Memorabilia Day. We're just going to talk about our favorite pieces of memorabilia.
We could do that for a segment.
Yeah.
No, we're doing it the whole entire day.
No, we cannot do that for the
memorabilia
entire day.
show. If you want a memorabilia show, text in now. There's gonna be people be like, "Oh yeah, I want to talk memorabilia."
I was cleaning out my home office.
Dude,
got those,
yeah. See, you can talk for half a show.
Well, yeah, I got those. Just got some different flooring on the floor, flooring. But anyway, I came across an old picture, and if you're only Nebraska native, you would notice it's a picture of Rod Smith. He autographed it for me with the all red uniforms on.
Oh yeah, number 88.
Because Rod Smith, along with a few other buddies, used to live down the street from me growing up.
Yes.
And I would always go down to Rod's house because he knew my brother Mark too. And Rod would just hang out with us, throw the ball around. But we loved Hot Rod.
Yep.
We loved Rod Smith.
Remember he did that poster, I think it was after his senior year, where he was standing in like
Corvette
just outside of Hastings. Yeah, and it's like 88 miles to Lincoln.
Yeah.
Rod Smith's a good dude. But I got that. A few other things that I found. And some things I'm just going to, I'll just be thrown away. Nothing valuable, but just things I'm like, I don't want that anymore. So nevertheless, but in Husker history, 1920, look at these numbers right here. Henry Schulte Fieldhouse. He was retained for another year as head coach for football and track. How much do you think his boost in salary was? He got a boost in salary. Think about it. This is 1920.
1920.
What do you think that amount was?
$6,000.
$6,000. What do you think, Raff?
$500 in a home ice cream maker.
$500 in a home ice cream maker. AG, what do you think? What is
I'm with Raff minus the ice cream maker.
There's a popcorn popper.
Well, you weren't far off. $100 boost.
Oh, I was gonna say $100 first. I was gonna say $100 first.
Were you really?
Okay,
Yeah.
let me ask you this.
Man, this is 1920, bro. 1920s.
I know, and
Okay.
I said $6
So
grand.
$100 boost, AG. He's coaching both football and track. He had a $100 boost. What do you think his annual salary was boosted to?
Oh my goodness. I would say probably 10,000 a year.
$10,000 a year. Raph, what's your guess?
$6,500 in an ice cream maker.
That ice cream maker. I don't know where that's coming
You
from.
and the ice cream maker.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull one out of AG's book. I'm gonna go with Raff and just without the ice cream maker.
Boost. It boosted the salary to $3,600 a year.
I was gonna say that.
I was close.
AG was the closest. with
AG
10
wins.
$3,600. So in today's money, that's $58,000.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
$58,000
I'll pay
in
the bills.
modern day money. So Henry Schulte was given a big boost in salary, $100 boost. He would have been making $3,600 a year.
And then they tore down his building.
Well, 100 years later,
Yeah,
it had longevity.
Yeah, support beams and all that.
Yeah.
Construction.
Old Schulte Fieldhouse.
Oh, Schulte
What do you got, Raffy?
I'm going to go back to 1988. On
Okay.
this day, the highest scoring game in NCAA basketball tournament history. Loyola Marymount, 119. Wyoming, 115. In this game, you had sophomores Bo Kimball and Hank Gathers.
Yeah, I was gonna say Hank Gathers is still playing. Yeah.
Yep. Bo went for 29. Hank went for 19. But for Wyoming, one of my favorite players of all time, one of the best names of all time,
Yes, indeed.
Finis Dimbo,
Finis Dimbo.
went for 14.
Finis Dimbo.
And so, which was crazy. What I saw this today was 2 years later, 1990, 35 years ago today, or not today, 35 years ago this week was when
Hank Gathers.
He got his
Hank got his
collapse on
last
the
game.
court. Yeah.
But Bo did the left-handed free throw in the first
In his
tournament
honor.
game. Yeah. I cannot believe that was 35
Nick,
years ago.
We were watching this game, and they bring you the highlights of it, and it just interrupted everything. It was before, obviously, way before social media, et cetera. So just like breaking news. And they did a special last week, actually, Raff, AG, and Nick, and it just, I literally I couldn't even watch all of it because I remember as a kid.
I remember watching it too.
15 years old. Well, not 15, I was 17. I was a sophomore in high school, and that's all we were talking about. We talked about it with our coaches, with Coach Aldi Johnson. It's just like, man, Hank, I mean, just passed away.
Yeah, it was so what happened was
in a hard
it was in their tournament game, their conference tournament game. He went down, he hit a dunk, he was running back down to the end of the floor, and he went down, he collapsed on the floor.
It was weird.
Tried to get back up, collapsed again, and never got back up.
Yeah, had a heart condition.
Yeah.
That's really sad. I'm gonna go way back.
Ooh, here we go.
2023.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't remember that year.
How old were we? I was 22 at the time.
I was 49.
I was 22. The first day of March Madness. Fairleigh Dickinson.
Oh yeah,
upsets number 1 seed, top seed Purdue, 63-58.
That was insane.
Purdue continues to struggle in the NCAA tournament. Fairleigh Dickinson wins a game. Fairleigh Dickinson that year had 15 losses as well. Purdue went into the game 29-6 overall. Fairleigh Dickinson led at the half 32-31. Then they outscored Purdue in the second half 31-27 to win 63-58. Zach Edey on the day finished 21 points with 15 rebounds.
There's going to be another FD tournament this year. There always is. That's why you love the March Madness.
Well, not to talk away from the microphone there. I had to reach out and grab it. I don't know how much you guys have been able to see the first 4 games of the bracket yet. There's some intriguing games. First, you have San Diego State and North Carolina. Then you also, in the first 4, Texas and Xavier. I mean, these are teams that we are accustomed to seeing in March that barely scraped in by the hair on their chinny chin. And they are going to, that's who we get to see not only on the 18th on Tuesday, but on Wednesday. I mean, that kicks off the tournament with Household, a team in San Diego State that just made the Final Four a couple of years ago. Texas, when they had not Shaka, but before him, who's Rick Barnes at Tennessee, they've been accustomed to tournament. Xavier is a team from the Big East that's talented. So it's not just these 16 seeds that are, Alabama State and St. Francis. St. Francis is in with a losing record, by the way. They're 16-17. That's pretty awesome.
Got to win a conference tournament.
They won their conference tournament. But you have teams like the household names of North Carolina, SDSU, Texas that are going to be playing in the first round, essentially the elimination games, just to make it into the round of 64. It's really cool.
It's going to be a lot of fun to definitely be discussing that quite a bit because there's a lot of games that jump off at us out there. We're going to hop right. AG, first of all, history, what do you got, my man?
Oh, yeah, I got a fun. I got actually one in the history in the making here. Today announced over in Saudi Arabia that Esports World Cup Foundation announces 40 clubs selected for its $20 million club partner program, uniting over 300 million esports fans worldwide. So it announced today that the clubs have been accepted in the industry-leading innovative design to promote sustainable growth of esports organizations. So basically, I think it sounds like giving startup money to these esports orgs across the world and funding the programs to make sure they can sustain and have seasons and continue to play on through the year and show up at the Esports World Cup that happens in the Middle East every year moving forward. So history in the making. And then a fun game came out March 17th, 1995. Spider-Man Lethal Foes. I don't know if anybody played that game. I know I didn't. I wasn't big into Marvel then. I was all Batman that time, but Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man Lethal Foes looked like between Nintendo or Sega Genesis at that time. 1995 definitely had, for myself, I had the Sega Genesis. If I would have been a Marvel fan, definitely would have picked it up. But in the game, it was a Japanese release game. It only came to North America, and then it eventually came to North America with a vast array of the bosses, including Alistair Smith, Venom, Carnage, Doc Ock, Lizard, Green Goblin, and many, many more to complete the game, to beat all the villains if you want to be the Amazing Spider-Man lethal foes. So there you go.
Love it.
Was Pitfall a game?
Yeah.
Yeah. On Atari.
I don't know why I was trying to think Spider-Man game. But
he was jumping all the alligators.
Yeah,
and crocodiles' heads.
Yeah, that was Pitfall.
Look at AD.
That was one I actually played.
All right.
Dang.
Because when we first got our Atari, we were all shocked because we didn't have a lot of money growing up. So we got an Atari. It was like a life changer in our house.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hardly got to play it, but I basically got to watch my brothers and sisters play it. Then I played it later. But yeah, fun game, Pitfall. Absolutely.
Did you ever play Pong?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was my first game.
Yep. Had that as well.
Played the heck out of that game.
Yeah.
Folks, when we come back, where are the women dancing and what time and where? Nick will tell you because he's going to be there. Also, discuss where the men are going to be at, what's going on there. And man, there were some major head scratchers that got into the NIT and the NCAA. We'll talk about it when we come back, folks. It's The Drive. It's Monday.
The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Husker fans, the message is clear. Nebraska softball is here to dominate. They're off to a hot start, and they're bringing that energy into Big Ten play. On Friday, March 21st, Minnesota comes to Lincoln for a weekend series in Bowling, and they need Husker Nation in the stands. Don't miss your chance to be part of the action as they begin conference play. Get details and tickets at huskers.com/tickets.
Time for a new AC? Call Bryant. Get rebates now and lower operating costs every day. For comfort and efficiency, call 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Attention all Wings fans. Buffalo Wings and Rings has daily specials that will make you want to stop in on all days of the week. Kids eat free on Mondays, and on Tuesdays, enjoy 89-cent boneless or traditional wings at a price that makes the whole family happy. And come back on Wednesdays for $1.29 chicken tenders all day long. Get to Buffalo Wings and Rings today on 68th and O or in Williamsburg Village.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
The Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see lots of sunshine and it will be breezy and warm with an afternoon high around 83. Tonight, partly cloudy skies and light winds, a low around 44. And tomorrow, we'll see increasing clouds throughout the day, a light breezy and warm with the high near 79. I'm meteorologist Kyle Bucket for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
If you want to make new floor shopping easier, come to O Street Carpet. Hi, I'm Steve Carper. Our flooring professionals can help you choose the best flooring for you, your family, and your budget. We eliminate the confusion. Even better, you'll be enjoying your new flooring much sooner. No 6 or 8 week waits. We'll install right away and save you money on installation. Floor shopping made easy every day at O Street Carpet.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
It may not feel like it, but planting season is on its way, and now's the time to upgrade your equipment with a late model John Deere planter from Acres Equipment. Acres has an entire lineup of John Deere planters equipped with the latest technology to ensure planting accuracy throughout your field. And to get you up and going, each planter purchase from Acres includes in-field startup support from one of our Precision Ag professionals. Warmer weather is coming soon, so don't delay. Visit your local Acres for details. Offer expires April 30th, 2025.
We're in Raising Cane's with the man that started it all.
Wait, are you the Yes Chef guy?
We got chicken fingers, crinkle cut fries, Texas toast, and their world famous cane sauce. Could shed a tear right now.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Hey, Stars fans, I'm defenseman Caden Harrington. Join us Monday, March 17th, when we host the Fargo Force for a St. Patrick's Day showdown at the Icebox. 7-star members can bring a friend to the game for free by redeeming their buddy pass at the ticket window. The puck drops at 7:05 p.m. on St. Patrick's Day, and we'll see you at the Icebox. Get your tickets now at lincolnstars.com.
Lincoln's go-to for fun isn't new. It's a place that's been a staple of the city for years and is only getting better. Matson's Bowling and Billiards always has open bowling available with no long lines, unlike other centers. They have live music almost every weekend and great food at EJ's Bar and Lounge, with seating for 150 people. They have popular meals like the EJ Burger, pizza for the whole family, and famous EJ's Wings. Contact Sarah to book a party for friends, coworkers, or family at Matson's Bowling and Billiards, just south of 48th and Holdridge.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Welcome to The Drive with AD Raff and Ahman Green. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0. And bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
12-year NFL veteran.
He's got some speed to go with strength.
Huskers and Green Bay Packers Hall of Famer.
Shovel pass to Green into Vikings territory. Finally brought down.
And University of Nebraska East sports coach, Ahman Green.
Look at Green all by himself. 20, 10, touchdown.
Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. We're proudly sponsored by Doors Plus. If your garage door needs maintenance or need an entirely new garage door, give Cameron Hahn his team a call today at 402-590-5800. Doors Plus is locally owned and handles everything from residential or commercial garage doors, garage door openers, safety tune-ups, or custom design. Visit DoorsPlusLLC.com to learn more. Doors Plus, garage doors, and
More.
Well, gentlemen, Nebraska was announced yesterday. 7 p.m. show. They're going to be playing number 7 seed Louisville in Dallas. 5 p.m. tip-off down there in Dallas. Nick, do you know where the game's going to be at?
Yeah, it's at the TCU arena.
TCU.
So it's at the campus of TCU.
TCU's campus.
Yep.
Nebraska takes on Louisville. And they are coached by former Nebraska assistant coach as well. That's Coach Walls, who's a former coach in Nebraska. Actually, Coach Amy Williams played for Coach Walls when he was here under Paul Sanderford back through 97 and 98, 99, 2000. That was the time Nebraska, Walls helped Nebraska to 3 straight NCAA tournaments during that time under Coach Paul Sanderford, and Amy played for him. Paul Walls is his 18th year at Louisville right now, and they finished 21-10 overall, 13-5 there in the ACC. Here's an interesting fact, though. Okay. According to the NCAA, number 7 seeds, Louisville, have a 120 record in the tournament and lose to the number 10 seeds in the first round at a higher rate than beating number 2 seeds. So there's hope for Nebraska. Right? And quite honestly, I think there's a lot of hope for Nebraska. You know, Nebraska, obviously, I want to ask you both this. Do you think Britt Prince continues with this coming out party?
I'm going to say yeah.
I'm going to say, why not? Yeah, of course. This is it.
I think this is the what you're going to see next year tour.
Well, that's what I was going to say. What if we rephrase it to where this is now what she is?
Yeah,
I don't even know. I don't know if we can continue to call it. And this is not like a shot at you, AD. Coming out. No, not at all.
That's like saying something. This is not going to be racist in its most racist thing.
No. Whoa.
What? My goodness. Pump your brakes, AD. Pump your brakes.
Hey, Nick, it's like this. Key and Peele? He goes, I'm going to sing a song. He goes, you're probably going to sing the most racist song ever right now.
No,
Key and Peele's
no.
With
no.
all due respect,
what I was going to
AD.
say,
With all due respect,
no,
not to
what I
interrupt
was
you, AD.
what I was going to say is that
I got to mess with you.
100%. It's like I don't think we can call it a coming out party anymore because she's here.
She's
And
here.
she's been here.
It's
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. And so
It's who she
I think this is just what the expectation is going forward. We know what we're going to get from Alexis Markowski. We know what Nebraska is going to get from Britt Prince. It's the stars have to show up on Friday, but how can the role players help out as well?
Yep.
What does the Logan
Correct.
Nisley do? For
Boson.
Nebraska, what does Petra Bozon do?
Mhm.
What does Callan Hake? How does her perimeter shooting affect the game in either a positive or a negative way? How do those things affect the outcome of the game? We know what we'll get from the stars. Who else can step up on Friday?
The Nisleys, the Petries, the Hakeys. And here's one thing, you guys, and I keep forgetting that Petra Bozon is only a freshman. However, she's played a lot of international ball, so she's not your typical freshman. I think, me personally, obviously Prince and Markowski, they're going to have to show up and play big games. But to me, Petra Bozon is going to have a big game for them support-wise. And she did in the tournament. I mean, she played well. Maya Hargrove was another one. Kendi Moriarty, another one that, along with the freshman. Bozon, obviously Hargrove being the freshman. Hargrove was another one that makes me excited about the next year.
Yeah, in the future.
Man.
There's a lot of
young,
excitement.
man.
Like, is Barry Rimdahl able to continue, providing some valuable minutes for Nebraska, in what could be her final game in a college uniform? So ultimately, though, like, is Nebraska able to answer the call? They had a really nice showing in the Big Ten tournament with wins, obviously, over Illinois and Rutgers. They had a really competitive matchup against a team that's the number one overall seed in the entire bracket, UCLA. They've had strong showings. Can they continue it when it matters most on the biggest stage that they're going to play on this season against a team that technically is a higher seed than them in Louisville? There's other narratives in the tournament that's fascinating. Obviously, it's centered around Haley Van Lith. Haley Van Lith, one of the best guards in the country, started her career at Louisville, transferred to LSU, then transferred to TCU. She plays at TCU. TCU is the home school, the host site, the 2 seed overall. So we'll see what happens there. They have Fairleigh Dickinson in the first round between TCU and Fairleigh Dickinson. So we'll see what happens. It's going to be a good time, though.
I like Nebraska's chances. Nebraska, think about this, you guys. They went through their first few games, with the exception of Rutgers, the first game of the Big Ten tournament. They handled them pretty well, but they had a tough game against Illinois. Obviously, they ended up losing to UCLA, but you're not going to find many teams, like very few teams, better than UCLA that's in this tournament. And Nebraska banged it out with them.
Yeah.
I mean, for a long time, until the middle of that fourth quarter, and just height, size, etc., took over. So Nebraska is not going to be shocked or in awe of Louisville whatsoever, in my opinion. To me personally, I think this is an upset. If you even want to call it an upset, the reason why I say upset because they're 7th seed and we're 10th
on
seed.
paper, it's an upset. Yeah,
but I think Nebraska is well suited to knock Louisville out.
So just as I've preliminarily began looking at Louisville, is they've been battle tested. They have multiple ranked wins against ranked opponents. The ACC is a pretty good conference. They have wins against Georgia Tech. They have wins against Clemson, Oklahoma earlier in the year as well. They by my calculations only lost one game to an unranked opponent. All their other losses for Louisville have been to ranked opponents. So it's certainly been a battle tested, if you will. Nebraska's in the same spot though. Big Ten now with the additions of USC and UCLA as well as Oregon, some of the best. I mean, it's potentially
good teams.
It's potentially the best women's basketball conference in the country, and so. Nebraska is right up there when we're talking about having the opportunities and the battles and the tests that they've had. So through it all, I think Nebraska, most importantly, is playing the best they've played all season long at the right time.
Correct.
We know how important that is, guys, just as spectators.
Right.
Are you playing your best ball at the right times? Are you peaking too early? Are you peaking too late? I think Nebraska's playing some of their best basketball at the right time. We saw it in the Big Ten tournament. Just outmatched. Everybody in the country is outmatched when you're playing USC and UCLA.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
They're built different.
And so ultimately,
They built different.
so I think Nebraska's in a pretty good spot to at least get past Louisville in the first round on Friday night.
Yeah. I like the momentum that they built up here. In the last 6 games, you look at Louisville, they're 3-3. We're 4-2. Getting some good victories there. And then I think that momentum behind those wins and even the losses, the motivation of, okay, we weren't this far. We were only this little bit behind in these games, and this is why. You can see the why clearly, But so with that right there, Coach A.B. Williams and the coaching staff and the players know that they could go into this Louisville game feeling very confident to go there, down there and get a win, and then get on to the next round. But it's something you got to play the game first. We could talk about them winning, but for a player's mindset and coach's mindset, is we got this game in front of us. It's Louisville, and let's go get this win. So, but they, like I said, this momentum coming in the last month and a half is very good for the ladies.
Absolutely. Yeah. Derek and Akar, AD, at this point in the season, there are no more freshmen, just a name only. Great GBR, great show. I totally agree with you, Derek and the car. They are all seasoned at this point. Cupsker says, I've loved that and all of Key and Peele's skits. AD Cupsker, I love that skit as well, man. I love Key and Peele. Dave Renew, I'm glad you have a black cat.
That's crazy.
For the men's side, DF, oh man, our group text. On the men's side, Nebraska was just announced this morning. Early break with Sip and Jake and Coach Bush. They mentioned that this morning. Nebraska will take on Arizona State on the 31st.
That's right.
In Vegas at the Crown Jewel tournament.
I suppose if you want to call it the Crown. Yeah. Yeah. So it's
to it.
Yeah. Right. Right.
It's their first. It's their inaugural. So I just said Crown
Hey,
Jewel.
try to spice it up a little bit.
Crown Jewel.
This is just like the NCAA tournament. We should be thrilled. Just as for context. The team that wins the tournament, there's payouts here.
Oh,
the team that wins the tournament is going to get $300,000. The team that finishes second in the tournament will get $100,000. And the other two semifinalists that do not make it but make the semifinal will get $50,000 per school. But yeah, AD's right. Nebraska versus Arizona State. Bobby Hurley, the brother of Dan Hurley, the former Duke assistant. The Nebraska versus Arizona State, Monday, March 31st at 7:30 p.m. out at the MGM Grand Arena. That is where they're playing those games at for the Crown.
So I got a question.
What's your question? I love how you announced that you have a question.
Yeah. All right, thank you. Okay, my question here is this.
That got AG to laugh too. That was good.
My question is this. Do the schools have to pay to go out there, or does the tournament pay for them to go out there? Because if you win $300,000,
I have no idea.
You might not even be able to foot your bill for being out there all week.
That's a great question.
Yeah. That might be
I'll say it'll be it's some tournaments. A tournament organizer helps either pay full room and board and travel, or they go 50-50 on it. So it's between how the organizers planned out the tournament, because I know it's the same for all, for basketball, baseball, also esports too. We had some tournaments that would fly us in on their dollar for if we qualified. But you obviously have to qualify, which Nebraska men's did. And so they may have to not pay, but actually get a bonus out of it if they win it. So,
because I don't want to cause any controversy or anything like this, but I guess if Nebraska has to pay to go to the tournament, all the fees or whatever to go to this tournament, part of me saying, I just want to take that money and roll it into the NIL for next year.
I would be surprised.
Just throwing it out there.
I would be surprised if Nebraska if the schools have to pay, because here's why. There's the thing with the Crown specifically. It is a Fox tournament overhead.
So they got to be paying.
But so there's contract obligations for Big Ten teams. Gotcha. I think they're still sorting some of it out, because teams like Indiana, Northwestern Rutgers, they all came out and said, we don't want to play in a tournament or in any postseason play. Nebraska is the only one that is. Ohio State is as well. USC is in the Crown as well. Mm-hmm. So the Crown is going to, I think, feature. You're going to start to see more and more Big Ten and Big East teams left out of the NIT if they're on the bubble,
contractual wise,
and be sent to the Crown simply because of contract obligations. Because contractually, I don't think they can decline an invite if they get it.
And you also get a crown if you win, also, or just money?
You know what, Raff? These are all great.
These
questions.
are great CBC
You should go
questions.
to a press conference.
I'm going to Vegas.
You should go to a press conference and go, Fred, do you get a crown if you guys win? No, but no, it's interesting. So
Crown Royal.
Yeah.
You can keep the little purple bag. AG, you know, on the hood, you know how we grew up. AG, our uncles would have. I'm not saying your uncle, but in the Black community, they'd keep those Crown Royal bags. You keep change in them.
I use it for my golf tees.
Golf tees, yeah.
I use it for my golf tees. I have a Crown Vanilla bag.
Trophy case. Crown Royal bag. half a bottle of Crown Royal.
The new apple version, new apple flavor.
Yeah. Hey, Fred. Hey, they haven't come out with this flavor yet.
We got some bottles of Crown.
Hey, Crown Blackberry. Here you go. No, it's a big test for Nebraska. It's going to be good. Looking down the road, there's some other interesting teams in there. Chris Holtman and DePaul is in there. Obviously, Holtman's a former Big Ten coach at Ohio State, now at DePaul. USC and Nebraska are on opposite sides of the bracket, so potentially meet up in the future.
I know Raff has got to take a call real quick. It's probably a good time for a break
It probably is.
I want to talk about we have coming up some teams that made it into NIT and NCAA because I want to get all you guys' opinions on this because I was scratching my head last night, this morning, going, "Am I reading this wrong?"
Oh no, you're reading it right.
Yeah, we're going to tell.
And AD got paid because his team's in the tournament as the NCAA tournament commissioner.
Yes, unbelievable.
Bubba Cunningham.
And Raff, I just want to wait because when you come back, I want you to explain what he said in the presser. He passed it on to his buddy, like, I didn't answer that question.
Yeah, that was good stuff.
Folks, we'll be right back.
I can't be in the room.
I can't be in the room.
I can't be in the room when they talk about me.
We'll discuss selections and some selections that make you go, We'll be back, folks. It's The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket.
Perch Merch is your one-stop shop for all your printing and promotional needs in Lincoln, Nebraska. They specialize in screen printing, embroidery, vehicle wraps, window wraps, print collateral, promotional products, and signage. At Perch Merch, they are committed to delivering high-quality products and exceptional customer service. Their experienced team of designers and printing professionals will work with you every step of the way to ensure that your vision is realized. Call for a quote today at 402-217-5212 or go to perch-merch.com. There's no place like McKinney's Irish Pub for St. Patrick's Day, so mark your calendars to join in on the fun for their 11th annual Street Festival. The party starts on Saturday, March 15th, with tons of giveaways, a kilt contest, great Irish food, and green beer, and continues on Monday the 17th for actual St. Patrick's Day. Doors open for the bar at 11 a.m. on Saturday and 9 a.m. on Monday, and the street party starts at 2 p.m. both days. Don't miss out on great music and great fun with no cover charge for St. Patrick's Day weekend at McKinney's 8th and P in the Haymarket.
It may not feel like it, but planting season is on its way, and now's the time to upgrade your equipment with a late model John Deere planter from Acres Equipment. Acres has an entire lineup of John Deere planters equipped with the latest technology to ensure planting accuracy throughout your field. And to get you up and going, each planter purchased from Acres includes in-field startup support from one of our Precision Ag professionals. Warmer weather is coming soon, so don't delay. Visit your local Acres for details. Offer expires April 30th, 2025.
John Henry's has a brand new membership club to protect your entire home in one program. With a VIP and a deluxe option, we will help you find the plan that best fits your needs. Receive discounts on services and equipment, priority service, complimentary inspections, and so much more. Protect your home's plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical systems all in one membership. Call John Henry's to learn more.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
And electrical.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and March Madness is here, and Koppel is ready to rock and roll. We just closed the books on a tremendous February, and we're locked and loaded for a big March. True 0% APR is happening right now at Koppel on select new models. Plus, Koppel has over 10,500 off list on other select new models. Our pre-owned truck lot is full of late model low gyms as well. So make that short drive down 144th Street or check us out online at koppelcars.com. All deals with a roof credit, 0% is standalone.
This is Bill Mitchner, Executive Director of Lincoln Lighthouse. Did you know Lighthouse provides multiple programs for students such as one-on-one tutoring and mentoring, as well as pro-social skill exercises, while providing them a nourishing meal and a safe space during all months of the year, even during school breaks? Learn more or contribute to Lighthouse at lincolnlighthouse.org today.
LES wants your feedback. Help shape your electric utility's direction and priorities by taking an anonymous online survey. Make your voice heard before the survey closes on April 30th at les.com/survey.
Big Brothers Big Sisters is bringing back Bowl for Kids' Sake. Create a team, raise donations, and join the bowling celebration at Sun Valley Lanes and Games on May 2nd. Every contribution helps to create and support one-to-one mentoring relationships for Lincoln's young people. Learn more and register today at bbbsmidlands.org under the Events tab. Big Brothers Big Sisters, igniting the power and promise of Lincoln's youth for over 50 years.
Have you been accused of a crime and don't know where to turn? At Liberty Law Group, we understand that a call to an attorney is a call for help. If you're up against the legal system, you need an advocate you can trust to handle your case with professionalism and compassion. Liberty Law's experienced trial attorneys are committed to the defense of liberty for those accused. Don't let a criminal charge ruin your life. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. Liberty Law Group. Trial attorneys you need. Advocates you deserve. That's 877-42-LIBERTY or libertylawnebraska.com.
Forget the lame excuse this year. Your boss already knows why you can't make it to work for those magical 2 days in mid-March. Join 93.7 The Ticket on Thursday and Friday at Buffalo Wings and Rings at 68th and O for March Mayhem. Come early on Thursday and get a ping pong ball with a lucky team on it. And stay all day for prizes throughout and buzzer beater upsets. It's March Mayhem with 93.7 The Ticket for the NCAA tournament at Buffalo Wings and Rings, 68th and O.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Green on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Monday. It is St. Patrick's Day.
That's right.
We got our green on, except for AD.
And this segment is brought to you by our friends at Renew. Call or text Nate, Eric, or David at 402-833-3858 or visit Renew online at renewyourauto.com. What do they do best, Raff?
Everything.
That is right. They do everything best, from body shop, ceramic coatings, window tinting, spray and bed liners, paintless dent repair, rust proofing, undercoating, and so much more. Give Nate, Eric, or David a call or a text today, 402-833-3858. That's 402-833-3858. And learn more online at renewyourauto.com and see what Renew can do for you.
St. Pat's is celebrated, of course, every March 17th, which is looking this up, commemorates the death of St. Patrick, the patron of Saint of Ireland, believed to have died around 461 AD. The day is religious and cultural holidays observed by Irish people of Irish descent, and various Christian denominations. And that's how we kind of started. 461 AD is when they think that St. Patrick himself passed away, patron saint of Ireland. Raff, there was something else that happened that wasn't very saintly. It's how North Carolina got in the NCAA tournament.
It was the luck of the Irish. I believe North Carolina has a strong bond to Ireland.
Raff, what was the record?
They were 1-12,
1-11 against quad one teams.
Quad one teams.
Yeah.
However, they were 8-0 against quad two teams.
That makes everything
Tell
work.
the listeners what the gentleman said to try to justify why North Carolina got in.
Well, first off, Bubba Cunningham, as y'all might know, is the athletic director at North Carolina, but he is also the chairman of the NCAA tournament committee. So when they discussed whether North Carolina could get into the tournament or not, he had to leave the room.
Supposedly.
Of course.
So last night, I always interview Bubba Cunningham after they announced the tournament brackets. Well, of course, Bubba couldn't speak on North Carolina last night, so they brought in the vice chairman. So the vice chairman's like, they're like, so how can you justify putting North Carolina in the tournament? He goes, well, they were 1-11 against quad one teams. We understand that. However, they were 8-0 against quad two teams. So I was like sitting there going, well, Nebraska with 5 quad one games, so they should get in.
Hey.
And he also got a $104,000 bonus.
Yes.
I mean, they played Duke 3 times and did not beat them not one time.
Got the Briggs beat off of them every time, man. Which, it's Duke, but your point, AG, it's kind of like you won one game.
Here's the so here's what happens. This is exactly what they said Cunningham told CBS that he was not in the room where North Carolina was voted in accordance with selection committee protocol. He then yielded to Gill. He said, Keith Gill, who is the vice chancellor. I'm going to defer that to Keith, Cunningham said when asked about UNC's inclusion. All of the policies and procedures were followed. Keith can address exactly how North Carolina was discussed. I was not in the room for any of that. Keith Gill then went on to provide more detail about the committee's protocol to avoid conflicts of interest. Quote, as the vice chair, I managed all the conversations that we had about North Carolina, and we had quite a few, Gill said. Our policies require the AD of any school to recuse themselves and actually leave the room for those discussions, and they're not allowed to participate in any vote as well. Gill then explained North Carolina was the last at-large team to make the field, and it wouldn't have been UAB. Oh, excuse me. And it wouldn't have been had UAB beat Memphis in Sunday's AAC championship game. He said, Saturday night, we took our final vote. We voted in 4 teams in the field on Saturday night, and we had a contingency vote. The contingency vote, that was the last team in the field, and it was based on the Memphis and UAB game. If Memphis won that game, then that was going to free up a spot in the tournament, and that was going to then be North Carolina. If UAB had won, then Memphis was going to be in the tournament. UAB would have been in the tournament, and North Carolina would have been the first team out. Memphis ended up beating UAB 84-72, and UNC made the field. Here's the other part. The case against UNC was that its 1-12 record against Quad 1 teams. The Tar Heels played one of the toughest schedules in the country, but it yielded just one win against that top tier of opponents. By comparison, Indiana finished 4-13 against Quad 1 teams, and West Virginia finished 6-10. North Carolina also had a Quad 3 loss to Stanford, and neither West Virginia or Indiana had a single Quad 3 loss. The case, though, for North Carolina was its 8-0 record in Quad 2 games, compared to Indiana 5-0, and compared to West Virginia 4-1. North Carolina finished higher in advanced metrics. North Carolina finished 36th in net rating and 33rd in the KenPom. North Carolina also closed strong with an 8-2 finish while playing its best basketball of the season, following a 14-11 start. They're 22-13. 13-7 in ACC play.
What's interesting though about North Carolina, do I think they should have got in? No, probably not. However, looking at their bracket, there's a pretty good chance they could win a couple games in this tournament. I think
this is called blue blood bias. Let's just be honest.
Beat San Diego State. I think they have a good chance of beating Ole Miss. And I think they have a good chance of beating Iowa State.
No, that's where we draw the line.
You don't think
Iowa State? I like Iowa State. Iowa State is going to be without one of their starting guards, though, Keyshawn Gilbert, in the tournament, though.
And I didn't have a problem with. I mean, Nebraska's not in. Who's in? I could care less at this point. I just thought it was humorous that North Carolina got in.
I truly thought West Virginia got hurt.
Now, if you're West Virginia, now if you're those other teams that got out,
the first 4 out where they were some decent teams.
I truly believed West Virginia should have been in. I thought West Virginia did enough. You remember they hired Darian DeVries from Drake last year in the offseason, and Darian DeVries is really, really interesting when you talk about head coach. He also had a son, Tucker DeVries, who was West Virginia's probably best player. Tucker got hurt at the start of the year. That's the reason that they claim why they were left out of the tournament, is because Tucker DeVries was hurt.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
He's hurt.
One player?
We're finding out that it's the same conversation of Jordan Travis a couple of years ago.
Yeah. Right. Well, other teams that you look at like I said, NCAA tournament is going to be awesome. Can people participate on different, like I said,
absolutely. Yes. We got our ticket. We got a ticket bracket. Go to our social media. We posted it over the weekend. We'll post it over the next couple of days. Go to our social media. The ticket always has one. We have awesome giveaways as well, and we'll be able to give stuff away.
Now, we roll over to the NIT.
What, AG?
What's AG?
I got a bracket too for my foundation. I don't know if I could say that or not.
Oh, heck yeah.
Okay. I partnered with Fantasy Boss. They reached out to me a few months ago. So it's the Ahman Green Foundation Bracket Challenge. And you got opportunity to win. You pick your teams as usual. Got a chance to win $250,000 or signed jersey, helmet, and an 8x10 by myself. First place would be a jersey. Second would be the mini helmet. Third would be the 8x10 signed autograph by myself.
Did they go again to sign up for that?
So they go to fantasy. I put it in. I don't know if Nick could see it in the chat. It's fantasyboss.com/Ahman Green.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right. Go dial that up in your browser along with the tickets. So your donation into my bracket is your donation to my foundation. So $25 plus tax is like $26.13. So there you go. You get in. Do multiple brackets if you want. For both the ticket and my foundation. Appreciate you very much.
Absolutely.
I have my brackets in there. It's my name on my bracket is Big Swim.
Big
so
Swim.
that's the one that's good.
Now here's in the NIT tournament, and these are just make me scratch my head. I love Tim Miles. I'm glad they got in, but 15 and 19.
Yeah,
they have 2 quad 1 wins.
Georgia Tech 17 and 16.
Yeah.
Okie State 15 and 17.
It goes back to now with the crown, right? Like you're looking at teams like Nebraska and USC are probably good enough to make the NIT. But with the contract obligations and the money piece of it, there's probably teams like Nebraska that not like Nebraska, because I don't know if this is true. I would assume that there are teams that say we don't want to play. Indiana would have been one that would probably have, they would have certainly made the NIT. Same with all those bubble teams. They just say, you know what, if we're not going to play in the NCAA tournament, we don't want to play. And Indiana's in an interesting spot because
new staff, etc.
Yeah, they want to hire a coach. Yeah. They want to hire a coach, which absolutely. That is, I mean, guys, I want to make this. I'm going to take off the hat to be serious. So
that changed everything.
I think that the Indiana job, depending on who they hire, could send waves throughout college basketball.
You say Indiana?
Indiana.
Okay.
Indiana on who they hire. Because
on basketball?
More than likely, like I look around at potential names. Greg McDermott is a name that pops up in my mind of curiosity of
Creighton's coach?
Creighton's coach. And the reason I say that is because you have a dramatically large amount of more NIL money invested in that at Indiana than you would at Creighton. Creighton's fine. They're not anything incredible. But then what I would say also on top of that is you look at guys that are moving on from the programs. Creighton's in a spot where they're moving on from guys like Stephen Ashworth and Isaac Trout and Ryan Kalkbrenner. These are the guys that Greg McDermott is closest to. So it presents a unique opportunity. In addition to that, I love Drake's head coach, Ben McCollum, right now. I love Drake's head coach, Ben McCollum. However, is that a flashy enough of a name for Indiana? I think the answer is no. And so we're about to see that. We saw Villanova part ways with Kyle Neptune.
Yeah,
I would look for a guy like Chris Collins to go to potentially to Villanova to jump from Northwestern and go to Villanova. I would imagine that Colorado State's head coach Nico Medved will be at Minnesota at some point in the near future. So like we're talking about, and a lot of it centers around the Indiana job because they are a big enough name to where they'll be able to pull somebody with the NIL investment, with the opportunity, and it's a Big Ten job. That it's the matter of with Greg McDermott specifically. I think the name is there certainly. Does he have a better opportunity to win a title at Creighton than does it at Indiana? I don't know. Maybe that's a subjective, conversation.
You look at Indiana. You think of college basketball. Indiana's right up there when you think of your blue bloods, a Duke, a North Carolina, Indiana's, and obviously, as of late they haven't been, but they have the DNA in them as far as that goes. And McDermott, like you said, as much as Creighton is, obviously he's built a juggernaut there. But like you mentioned, Nick, the Big Ten money, the prestige, the NIL collectives, as far as that goes, what he's going to have the opportunity to do there.
The Big East is Indiana, Then the Big East is legit, obviously, right? You got a great group of coaches, but like I said, I think I like the Villanova job is really fascinating for me because I think you see a potential like Chris Collins from Northwestern going there. Chris Collins at Northwestern, it just kind of feels stale. They made the NCAA tournament, but now it's kind of time's running out. Obviously, the NIL is a part of the conversation there. Colorado State head coach Nico Medved's going to get a job. UNLV fired their coach. Where does with Iowa now? I wouldn't be surprised to see maybe Ben McCollum from Drake go to Iowa. Yeah. Like there's that feels like the jump there. So I think that there's some shockwaves across college basketball that are just waiting to be officially settled out. So a team like Indiana, that why prolong Mike Woodson
but
on
then
staff.
there's always, in the tournament,
future.
there's always that one young coach that always comes out in the tournament.
Shaka Smart was that
kind
guy
of
a couple
captures
years back ago.
the imagination of people.
You guys think about this though. You look at Creighton. They look at their past two coaches. You had Dana Altman that was there forever.
Yeah.
It was kind of like, you know what? I loved it. It was a good time, but I'm ready for something different. He goes out to Oregon, establishes obviously
Tried Arkansas first.
Yeah, Arkansas, exactly. Arkansas first. And you think about how long is McDermott been at Creighton now?
Oh, it's been years. And I think I would imagine that at some point too, you wonder about retirement.
Well, he's coached his son. He's coached a number of primetime players. And like you mentioned, with college, the landscape of college sports changing, hence the NIL and even the portal. Does he want one last project?
Yeah.
Which think about this. It ain't like he's got the studs that are there. The pillars of basketball are there.
So he's been at Creighton ever since 2010.
You figure 15 years.
So you're talking 15 years here. I mean, that's the thing. And like the way that Michigan goes out, they hire Dusty May and they win a Big Ten title. I mean, there's that part of it as well.
Well,
So
there's also too just the name. I mean, Creighton, in Nebraska, Creighton's got that name, but when you say Indiana, the first thing you're thinking of Bobby Knight, tossing a chair, basketball, season. You say Creighton to me, I'm like,
well, they were doing a thing on TV where they were asking fans, do you know where Creighton is?
No one knows.
There are a lot of folks that had no idea where Creighton was. Well, it's kind of like us with Farley Dickinson as well. And some other schools, I get that. But at the same time, Creighton, as good as they are, they've been a lot better than some of those schools I just mentioned. Still not sure. To where Indiana, you have no doubt where they're at and what they do in their lineage and their history.
Their basketball school.
Yeah, I'll be fascinated. I'll be fascinated to see it because I think, and even if it's not Greg McDermott, like they're going to have to go get a notable name
with a body of work.
They have to because the fans will eat them or will pull them apart. Like you think about their coaches, like they went out and got Mike Woodson, who's an alum and a former NBA coach, like a former NBA head coach,
and a good dude.
Yeah, Mike.
Folks,
Mike.
We'll be talking a lot of basketball this month for obvious reasons. Excited to do that. Also, Husker football is going to be starting up here in a few weeks as far as spring ball goes. So we'll discuss that. And a lot of new names, a lot of new faces. So that'll keep us busy as well. When we come back, we got one more segment. It's the Raff Good Take. Be right back.
Salt Mine City is not only Lincoln's newest brewery, but they're also now serving food. Enjoy a full menu of great items daily for lunch and dinner, like their peanut butter and jelly burger with bacon and cheddar cheese, or a Reuben sandwich served on Blackstone rye bread. Don't forget their beef or chicken nachos with guacamole, sour cream, jalapenos, and more. Wash it down with one of their 12 beers on tap, including the popular Single Axle Light American Lager. Salt Mine City, now open 11 a.m. every day but Mondays at 8th and R.
We're in Raising Cane's with the man that started it all.
Wait, are you the Yes Chef guy?
We got chicken fingers, crinkle cut fries, Texas toast, and their world famous cane sauce. I can shed a tear right now.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. The last few years have been wild, but we've been here for you through all the ups and downs, and we'll be here for you when you need us the most. For all your travels and for your day-to-day driving. With winter conditions causing problems all over town, the last thing anyone needs this year is constant car troubles. Let us help you drive in peace and make sure you drive to work and to winter destinations safe. A1 Automotive, 11th and L Street downtown, always honest answers.
When you need a new water heater, nothing beats the ProLine family of water heaters from A.O. Smith. ProLine models are built using commercial-grade components, meaning they're built to help you tackle your toughest days. No matter if you need a gas or electric model, A.O. Smith has a ProLine unit for you. A.O. Smith, innovation has a name. Call John Henry's at 402-435-5555 for a great deal on a water heater today. Again, that's 402-435-5555.
Forget the lame excuse this year. Your boss already knows why you can't make it to work for those magical 2 days in mid-March. Join 93.7 The Ticket on Thursday and Friday at Buffalo Wings and Rings at 68th and O for March Mayhem. Come early on Thursday and get a ping pong ball with a lucky team on it. And stay all day for prizes throughout and buzzer-beater upsets. It's March Mayhem with 93.7 The Ticket for the NCAA tournament at Buffalo Wings and Rings, 68th and O.
It may not feel like it, but planting season is on its way, and now's the time to upgrade your equipment with a late model John Deere planter from Acres Equipment. Acres has an entire lineup of John Deere planters equipped with the latest technology to ensure planting accuracy throughout your field. And to get you up and going, each planter purchased from Acres includes in-field startup support from one of our Precision Ag professionals. Warmer weather is coming soon, so don't delay. Visit your local Acres for details. Offer expires April 30th, 2025.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. It doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Wrestling fans, it's time to elevate your game, just like Stevens & Smith Construction does for your concrete needs. As your full-service concrete contractor, we deliver solid results every time. From singles to doubles, fighting for inside position to scrambling reversals, we know how to pin down quality and slam expectations. Stevens & Smith Construction, a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket, where Husker wrestlers bring you all the action. Don't stall, Stevens & Smith Construction is here to help you build a concrete foundation for the win. Check us out at www.stevensandsmith.com because stalling is a penalty and winning is the only option.
Spring is a time of new beginnings and trying new things. If you haven't tried Fuhrer's cheese spread yet, the time is now. For parties for St. Patrick's Day and Easter, or celebrating the NCAA tournament with friends, there's no better dip to bring everyone together and celebrate something from Nebraska. Get to your local grocery store today and load up on Fuhrer's cheese spread. No event or party is complete without it on your table.
Love is in the air, and so are big savings. It's the Big I Do event at Sartor Heyman Jewelers, South Point Pavilions, April 4th through the 6th. For 3 days only, enjoy 20% off all engagement rings and wedding bands, plus exclusive bridal collections from our top designers. Whether you're saying yes or I do, shop now for the year's best prices and selection. April 4th through 6th, Sartor Heyman Jewelers, South Point Pavilions.
Spring is here. It's time to get back outside and into proper shoes this year. Brown Shoe Fit is the place to buy this spring with their sale on athletic shoes. Get $15 off any regular price athletic shoes with respected brands like Hoka, Brooks, New Balance, and On Running. And don't forget, Browns carries a large arrangement of sizes and widths to fit your feet properly. Start your spring off right at Brown Shoe Fit, just south of 66th and Q in Lincoln.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
The Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see lots of sunshine and it will be breezy and warm with an afternoon high around 83. Tonight, partly cloudy skies and light winds, a low around 44. And tomorrow, we'll see increasing clouds throughout the day, a light breezy and warm, the high near 79. I'm meteorologist Kyle Fletcher for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Green on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. St. Patrick's Day, Monday. Get your green on, unless you're AD. You don't wear AG's fine because he's got green as his name, so he's good.
I got to be honest, man.
I'm minted, baby.
I totally forgot about it. I came in here, I was like, oh, you guys got, I was like, oh, St. Patrick's Day.
I'm even going to track down what is it? What's the sandwich? A pastrami?
Corned beef and cabbage.
Corned beef and cabbage or pastrami on rye.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Jim text message. White dudes with punchable faces.
That equals Creighton.
That would be intriguing to see what happens with that, Nick. We'll be keeping an eye on that for sure. Raff, what do you got for the RG team, my man?
All right, everybody. Today's Raff's Good Take goes out to my old defensive coordinator's wife, Paula Kendall. She is joining a very prestigious club today. being her birthday, she's joining the 50 Club. 50 years old today.
Whoa. Oh, wow.
They are celebrating out in Vegas. I just wanted to wish her a very happy birthday. Great wife, great mom, even a great grandma now. So happy birthday, Paula. Hope you have a great day. Your Raff's good take.
Love it. Love it. For all the folks out there, for a little, because I didn't forget now that it's St. Patrick's Day, of course. So a little something for you real quick.
Come on.
Here we go. Here comes the main part. I love this song.
Are there words, or did you get the karaoke version?
Listen to this part.
Okay.
Beautiful.
I thought that was the other one. Hold on. What's the one Irish song?
Mumford and Sons. I love Mumford and Sons. And my buddies, I'm going to just say their name. Just Tom Massey and Lee Stewart and Hatfield. Those guys tease me all the time. They said, dude, all their songs sound the same. Because they always tease me. But I love Mumford and Sons, man. I love that group. Got a lot of good songs in it, but I love Mumford and Sons. So I'm kind of a black Irish guy, I guess. I saw Mumford and Sons, my buddy Mitch Gonzalez. And some of the listeners may remember, they came to Pinewood Bowl about over 10 years ago when they first started. And that concert was off the chains, man. I was the only brother there.
Yeah.
But it was an amazing time, man. Mumford and Sons, I've been a big fan of theirs for years since they came out. But they came to, if you remember, listeners, they came to Pinewood Bowl, and that concert was off the chains, man.
Yeah,
now these guys are just, you were like 8.
Yeah, I saw it.
When they were here. You were in a onesie.
I saw the video on VHS.
You were in a onesie going,
VHS.
I watched it on VHS.
All grainy.
Well, folks, here's the 80 attitude.
Somebody didn't
adjustment.
rewind the tape. That was the biggest thing when DVDs came out. You didn't have to rewind it.
No.
You can skip ahead and skip back.
That's right.
You wanted Blockbuster AG to get upset. Don't rewind your tape.
Yes, please kind and rewind.
Yes, be kind, rewind. Very quick to get us out on time. My 80 attitude adjustment is this, folks. Did a decompression table on Friday. Appreciate my man Kyle and Grant and his team there at Spine and Sport. They hooked me up. Did the decompression table. My back is definitely on the move in a good way. I'm actually going to work out today for the first time in a very long time. Nothing with the back. Everything supported. Here's the message. Health is wealth. Folks, appreciate your health, because when you don't have it, if you have your health, you got 100 problems. If you don't have your health, you got one problem, and that's your health. So take care of it. AG, what you got, my man?
Yeah, I got a good one here. Alone, we can do so little. Together, we can do so much. That's by Helen Keller right there.
I love it.
So as a team, teamwork makes the dream work.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Raffy, you'll be in the air tomorrow morning, but you'll be joining us back again Wednesday.
Yeah, I got to beat the blizzard out.
Beat the blizzard.
I'll be absent as well, so I'll be back on Thursday.
So it'll be me and Nicholas tomorrow morning, and then I'm actually gone Thursday. I'll be in Minneapolis speaking Thursday morning, but Raff will be back here as well.
I'll be here tomorrow. I'll be here Wednesday. I'll be here Thursday.
I'll be Thursday and Friday.
I won't be here Friday. I won't be here Friday.
Yeah. Love it. Raff, take us home, man.
Everyone, be nice to each other. Try to be be more like Nick Sainert. I think that'll make your day smooth.
Make it punch in the face.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
See, toe the line.
Be like Nick. Talk to you tomorrow.
I'm Chief Dave Engler. When a fire truck hits a pothole with 12 tons of fast-moving equipment and crew, it's a problem. On your ballot in April is a measure to continue Lincoln's quarter-cent sales tax for street improvements. A vote against eliminates the street funding. A vote for will not raise your taxes and keeps the funding in place. And better roads means faster response times. Learn more at LincolnOnTheMove.com.
We use our Lincoln streets every day, and so do first responders. But visitors and out-of-town commuters also do. A quarter-cent sales tax for streets passed by voters in 2019 makes those commuters pay about $6 million a year to improve streets. On your ballot in April is a measure to continue it. A vote against means no more funds from commuters. A vote for will not raise your taxes, and commuters still pay. Learn more at LincolnOnTheMove.com. Paid for by the City of Lincoln.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Have you been accused of a crime and don't know where to turn? At Liberty Law Group, we understand that a call to an attorney is a call for help. If you're up against the legal system, you need an advocate you can trust to handle your case with professionalism and compassion. Liberty Law's experienced trial attorneys are committed to the defense of liberty for those accused. Don't let a criminal charge ruin your life. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. Liberty Law Group. Trial attorneys you need. Advocates you deserve. That's 877-42-LIBERTY or libertylawnebraska.com.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Have you heard about Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center? Located at 7555 Pioneers Boulevard, Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center offers compassionate, patient-focused care and provides outpatient surgery services, making it possible to have non-emergency surgery and return home the same day. Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center specializes in cardiology, vascular radiology, orthopedics, pain management, and much, much more. Give them a call today at 402-261-1085 or online at amimaging.com.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road.
Big Brothers Big Sisters is bringing back Bowl for Kids' Sake. Create a team, raise donations, and join the bowling celebration at Sun Valley Lanes and Games on May 2nd. Every contribution helps to create and support one-to-one mentoring relationships for Lincoln's young people. Learn more and register today at bbbsmidlands.org under the Events tab. Big Brothers Big Sisters, igniting the power and promise of Lincoln's youth for over 50 years.
Biggest question